Rossi, thanks for joining us. Got a game tomorrow against Gillingham at the Hive. How important is that for the players that haven't been involved perhaps, and for those that have got a bit of a break coming up now as well?
Yeah, it's very good, especially going to the Christmas period. We want players sharp, we want them with minutes. We want them, if they need to come into the team, they need to be ready.
Your under-21s haven't had a fixture for a little while. Must be good for you to have this coming up to get some minutes into them as well, for those that aren't out on loan.
Yeah, I mean, we had Enfield on last Monday night, which was excellent for them, and a number of them in the Checker Trade Trophy, which is, they've not been frequent, but when they've had it over the last couple of weeks, they've been there. They've also got a run of games coming up after tomorrow in the Reserve Cup, the League Reserve Cup, which will be against Colchester, Southend and Peterborough. So it's a chance for them to gain minutes and for them to develop more. And we work looking for them to progress, in all four corners of the game.
What sort of team can we expect without giving too much away? Is it a balance between your youngsters and some of the first teamers? Or?
Yeah, there'll be first team players involved, and there'll be the youngsters that we'll know about. We trained well today. We've got a plan. We've got a way we're going to play tomorrow. We're all prepared, and the side of that was good this morning, looking sharp, and they're all looking excited for the game tomorrow. It's an exciting lineup, and it should be good.
And Gillingham obviously coming to this off the back of a win as well, so it's a strong opposition for your players.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've got a free weekend this weekend, so I'm certain they'll bring some first team players down, which is excellent for our youngsters, but also good for our senior players, where they're playing against the like for like, for example, and it'll be good.
How important is it that these fixtures are kind of taken seriously and that you can kind of get the maximum out of them in that respect?
Well, I think any player, whatever fixture it is, if it's a reserve development game or whatever it might be, like we had the Middlesex County Cup on Monday night, I think it has to be taken seriously all the time. We spoke about to the players, especially youngsters, when they're in the building, they're employed by the football club and this is their job. They have to train 100%, and I expect them to also play 100% as well.
And finally, Jack Taylor has extended his loan with Hampton Richmond Borough, played quite regularly for them in the last month. How pleased are you to see him get some extended time with them now?
No, it's excellent. Speaking to Alan Dowson last week, he's been very happy with Jack's performance. Jack's been playing sensitive, playing 90 minutes every week, and playing conference style football for an under 18-year-old was fantastic for his development in terms of the physical, technical and tactical, and also psychological point of view. Speaking with Jack this morning when he was coming for his recovery day, he's really happy, really delighted. He saw the pathway of what Harry took last year in terms of getting to the first team, and he knows to push on from there. Don't rest on his laurels because he's doing well at the moment. He knows there'll be some grey areas sometimes during the games, but really happy that we've extended it.
And you play quite a big role, I think it's fair to say, in that development for a few players now that have come from 18 through your group and gone into the first team. We obviously saw Efron make his first league start at the weekend.
Yeah, I remember Efron as under 11 when he first came into the football club 6-7 years ago, and his development's been phenomenal. It's the beauty of my role with this football club to see that transition. The best part of my job is seeing them into the pitch or starting the game for the first team. That's the highlight I get of my role, and I'm pleased to say that they keep coming through. And as I said a few months ago, we cannot rest on these players coming through now. We have to keep working them. We have to keep learning. We have to see where the next batch is coming from, and there are players in this system, so we know it's working, and it's really pleased to see it come to fruition.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.